that team, a guy like Macklin Celebrini who's not playing tonight, but Vancouver native, and Connor Bedard, just you see the influx of the kids coming from the Vancouver area. What does it mean to the game of hockey? I mean, obviously they're not playing for the team, but just to see that area bring out some top talent.
Well, it's just unreal talent. It just keeps coming up. We already have unreal talent. Now you just keep coming. Now the next 18, 20-year-old phenoms coming up. So, the guys you mentioned, Bedard. These guys are just so talented, and they people pay a lot of money to go watch these guys play because they're so talented. Fun to watch. Macklin, same thing. He's a fun player to watch at an 18-year-old. It's amazing to me. A good video session today with some fundamentals. We just got to get back to some fundamentals, and everything will sort itself out. All the system stuff, be more connected on the ice.
We just chatted to Carson Soucy. He mentioned tonight they just want to focus on themselves and their game. Is that what you want to see from them? Yeah,
I mean, listen, the Sharks won 3 in a row. They're playing good hockey, but it really doesn't matter to us. We got to worry about ourselves. I've always been a 90%. It's about us, 10% the other team. Obviously, you got to respect the opponent because they got some good young players and they're on a roll. But it really comes down to what we're doing most nights.
You guys waived Niels Amon this morning. Does that mean Dakota's, activated back? Who are you guys opening a spot for him? I know he's been practicing, right?
Yeah, not necessarily. I'm not. Like you say, he's pretty well day to day, but we got to get some games. We just want a guy sit out. That's kind of the thought process with that, so he can play some games hopefully.
Tonight, you mentioned the Sharks have won 3 in a row. Ironically, a year ago today, November 2nd, was the 10-1 game here. Obviously, last year, but what do you have to do? I mean, the Sharks are a completely different roster this season, and you mentioned they won 3. How do you get off to a good start against a team like that?
Yeah, just like anything, they're playing good hockey, so you got to make sure that you're hard to play against. I don't care who you're playing. You can lose. We lost 6-0 the other night. I know we won 10-1. Some teams have lost 8-1. This league, you got to bounce back, and you can't worry about that stuff. And same thing, like I was listening to the coach of the Sharks, Swarovski, and talking about, they're playing better hockey, but you want to keep the role. It's no different. A winning coach or a losing coach, the next day is different. So that's the approach you have to take.
We got a chance to see Arshdeep a lot in the American Hockey League last year, All-Star Game MVP and everything here in San Jose. How's he fitting in, and how's his game going?
Yeah, he's done a nice job in camp to make our roster. Now the hard part is for young guys is the consistency. Can you string some games together? Can we count on you to do the right things every game, not once in a while? So I think that's the next step for whether it's him or any young guy, right? Can you be sustainable? And that's how you stay in the NHL. And that's what he's trying to find, his identity.
You've got a lot of experience with this, but the balance between the pressure to win every day and also trying to develop at the National Hockey League level, how hard is it for a coach?
Well, it's hard because I went through in Arizona earlier on. It's you want to win, but you're also you got young players and you want to develop and make sure that they play the right way. You're not going to win unless the young guys play the right way. So that's the hard that's the hard part, is to if you're losing games, to make sure that the locker room, the culture. Yeah, you don't accept losing, but as long as the young players are playing the right way and they're developing the right direction, you can live with the other stuff. So, that's what the Sharks are doing. They got some good young players and they're developing these guys, and they're hell of a players. It's just a matter of playing the right way. I went through there in Arizona, the same situation.
Join me.
I'll never join you.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.